Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for this, the third day of October in the year 2023 of the Common Era. I, remarkably, and a great surprise to myself, was actually able to get online at the appropriate time, even slightly early, which is what I have always tried to do, but hasn't happened for quite a bit. So yes, today we will start with a song of my choosing, as the thumbnail indicated. If you saw it before, it has something to do with strength. It's also in the description. And then we will also play, I hope, if all goes well, a round of the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. I should say first, I'm always grateful if folks are able to confirm that the sound and video are in fact functioning. It appears that they are, but you never know. So yes, if people can see and hear me, great. Let me know. I'm also, of course, grateful for anyone who's able to share this around for people to tune in and watch, possibly on their lunch break, or if they are at a spot they can do that on their Tuesday afternoon. You can hit the like button, you can subscribe, you can do all of those things. And you can also get in your request right now for the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. Here's how that works. In just a little bit, I will have to play a requested song regardless of whether I know it. So you can get in your request now, or people who are live watching with us can get in a request, and I will have to play the requested song regardless of whether I know the song. Possibly the song will be one that I do happen to know, in which case I will try to remember how to play it. If perhaps someone will request a song that I kind of sort of know, like I've heard a bunch of times, but do not know actually how to play it. I've never tried to perform it before, in which case I will figure out how to, or at least try to figure out how to play it here in front of everyone. If someone requests a song I don't know at all, at least I don't recognize the title when it's requested, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. As I say, now is a great time for you to get in your request, because there's a lag between when you type it in on your end and when I see it over on mine. So, I'm not seeing comments, but I am seeing indications that there are folks who are online. So, we will see how this goes. Yes, so if, again, I'm grateful for folks who can confirm that, in fact, things are functioning as anticipated. But if not, maybe my lips are just flapping and you have no idea what I'm saying. That's definitely happened before. Sometimes my lips are flapping and I don't know what I'm saying. So today, I said we're going to do a song about strength. In this past run of shows, I've been trying to make sure I do one of my original songs on the first Tuesday of the month. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do, to remind myself as well as others that I am in fact a songwriter, and that I have stuff out there, and that have songs that I've written. So this is a song that crossed my mind recently in wake of seeing some of the hey Margot, good to see you. In the wake of seeing that some of the things that have been going on in the world and where things are going. This is a song of mine called Stronger Together. I have to say, every time that I'm also trying to figure out the song to start off with, I'm also now trying to figure out what I can use to illustrate that song, which often is challenging. But hey, barbell person doing bicep curls, great, stronger. Song is called Stronger Together. It is designed in a lot of ways to be a very simple song, and it's in fact designed to be one that people can sing along to. This is not the best medium. This webcast is not the best medium for a sing-along. However, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, because, like I say, this was something that was on my heart recently, and I thought, let's go with that. The song is again called Stronger Together. When I do the song, I always start with a bit of a preamble here to sort of give people some context. It's because what inspired it was I had come across a cardboard box that had that had a whole bunch of stuff from my youth in it. And I think most of us have something like that somewhere in our house or in the attic, or maybe even a file on the computer or the phone where it's photographs and scrapbook type things, maybe yearbooks, maybe handwritten notes from people. And what struck me in that moment was how different I am now from the person to whom all those messages were addressed. And I was trying to then to imagine what I would hope that my younger self might say to me now. What I might learn from that younger self. This is what happened. I've been waiting here in boxes, this cardboard reverie, handwritten notes and yearbook quotes on who you used to be, and all these faded photographs and hopeful memories, wondering when you'd rediscover me. I know I seem naive now, I could never understand your world of mortgage payments, divorce papers, broken plans. But I hope you won't dismiss me, my heart could help you stand. There's so much power in this outstretched hand. We are stronger together. Put your faith in your heart. Can't go wrong choosing kindness, 'cause we're stronger here together than apart. Yes, we're stronger here together than apart. I can see the world you're in still has a ways to go. Politicians rage at children, neighbors at each other's throats, and all these huddled masses and the ones who tell them no. There's so much fear, they all need us to show. But we are stronger together. Put your faith in your heart. Can't go wrong choosing kindness, 'cause we're stronger here together than apart. Yes, we're stronger here together than apart. Part of us is a stranger, part of us lives in pain, part of us seethes with anger, part of us is still enslaved, part of us is addicted, part of us has lost the way. Can we find the strength to see those parts and say, we are stronger together. Put your faith in your heart. Can't go wrong choosing kindness, 'cause we're stronger here together than apart. Yes, we're stronger here together than apart. As I mentioned, this is not necessarily the best medium for a sing-along here or the webcast. But I do hope that if you are so inspired, you find a way to join in, since that really is the crux of the song, bringing all of us together, all of our various internal parts, and bringing us together externally as well. So whether you want to type out lyrics in the chat box, or sing quietly or hum quietly to yourself, all of that, most welcome. If you're able, please join me. We are stronger together. We are stronger. Put your faith in your heart. Put your faith in your... Can't go wrong choosing kindness. Can't go wrong choosing kindest. Stronger here together. Yes, we're stronger here together than apart. Yes, we're stronger. Yes, we're stronger here together. We are stronger together. We are strong. Put your faith in your heart. Put your faith. Can't go wrong. Choosing kindness. Can't go wrong. Cause we're stronger here together. We're stronger here together than. Yes, we're stronger. Yes, we're stronger here together than apart. There you go. Stronger together. I was reading back through earlier posts and earlier announcements that I had put out about, hey, come watch the Coltrane Tuesdays show today. And I found in one of them I used the phrase characteristically slapdash to describe the upcoming show. Yeah, that's that's kind of the ethos of the show. So yeah, minimal rehearsal, but not terrible. That is, again, the standard that we aspire to. Margot, thank you so much for jumping in and for your kind words about the song. And pertinent, yes, thanks for writing it and for singing it today. Thank you for being here, Margot. I appreciate that. And thank also to Mark for I'm going to interpret his I, A-Y-E-I, as a seconding the sentiment expressed in the song. It is, I'm always trying to come up with something that has at least a bit of a nuance or more than one level of meaning. I'm far from the first person to think of like a group of people as a body or a self. Obviously, there's lots and lots of Christian imagery to that effect. There are lots of ideas about of a country or a nation thought of as a body, the body politic, of course. And so then sort of extending that idea of how do I personally extend grace to the parts of myself that I don't like so much, but then more broadly, how do we, as parts of a larger whole, extend grace to the parts of us that we don't like so much? And what do we do with that? So that was with the idea there. The I moved it up a little bit from how I usually play it. I have that song pitched pretty low to make it pretty easy for people to jump in on the choruses, but it also has the slightly strange effect of having my high school self, who is the speaker for the first part of the song, have an unnaturally low voice. But hey, it all comes out. So again, thanks very much to Margot and Mark and anyone else who is hanging out with us. I think a big part of the reason that it was on my mind, and I didn't really talk about this much on the webcast leading up to it, which is a shame, but we're just coming off the end of the 5 days of Festival Unbound, put together by my friends over at Touchstone Theater. Margot, I happened to see at the production that I was involved in. I was running sound for a production called The Most Beautiful Home Maybe, which used zebras and song and dance and a lot of interactivity and discussion and a board game sort of to think about the housing crisis and the future of housing and how to make sure that people all have a home, and can we all actually believe that housing is a human right? So I was very glad to see Margot there. Margot, I'm sorry I was behind the soundboard and was unable to go over and say hi. But so all of Festival Unbound is about how do we envision a future for our community, our hyper-local community or our larger community. How do we use art to open those conversations and introduce new ideas that either maybe we haven't thought about or haven't found a good way to bring up in discussion. And Margot, that was one of the first ways I met you, was at the first Festival Unbound back in the before times. I think it was 2019. So yes, all sorts of thought-provoking things about how we can in fact come together and envision something better than what we have. So that was definitely something that was on my mind. Festival Unbound, woohoo! Yes, exactly. Festival Unbound, woohoo! Very much so. Let's see. Anything else I can tell you about that's right now? So I'm gonna, yeah. So a few other unrelated things, and then I'll circle back to me. One of them I often talk about. Godfrey Daniels. I happened to notice I was over there returning some gear that I had borrowed for Festival Unbound, and noticed a poster in the window saying Trevor Exter is going to be there this weekend, along with John Kimmock and another performer whose name I don't remember. I first learned about these guys when they were performing as Exter versus Kimmock, or XVSK. At that point, it was a duo featuring a cello and drums. The cello also being used in all sorts of non-traditional ways of playing a cello to do basically like indie alternative rock, cello and drums. Trevor Exter subsequently left the local area and I believe was in New York City. He possibly is still based in New York City, but I'm very, very excited to see those two together on the same stage again. I first discovered them at Music Fest quite a few years ago and was blown away. Beth, if Beth is watching, Beth has been enjoying several of the Exter versus Kimmock songs that I've included on various playlists, so that's cool. Exter versus Kimmock, Trevor Exter and friends this weekend at Godfrey Daniels. Check that out. And also, between then and now, I just happened to notice this online. I said, yeah, you know what? I probably should mention this to people. Has nothing to do with virtually anything else except that tomorrow afternoon at approximately 2:20 in the afternoon Eastern Daylight Time, tomorrow, that is October 4th, the FEMA is going to be testing its public alert system, and I believe it's going to be interrupting stuff on televisions as well as causing everyone's cell phones to have some sort of an emergency alert going off. So, be aware, tomorrow at 2:20 in the afternoon, if everybody's cell phone starts doing something strange, that's why. They're testing a national alert system, and that's what's going on with that. So, I see that Margot has a request, which is wonderful. So I will explain to anyone who might have missed the top of the show what exactly is about to happen. Now, since we have a request, I'll switch that around. Before I explain the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game again, I will mention one other programming note. I did the math on this season 4.5 of the Coltrane Tuesdays show. Discovered that in the first part of season 4, before it came to an abrupt halt, there had been 20 episodes in a row. Since starting things again, this is episode 15, so 20 plus 15, 35. We will soon be at 36. This whole second half, 52 minus 20 episodes, this whole season 4.5 is going to be a total of 32 episodes if I'm doing the math correctly, and I think that I am. I will be at the halfway point of this season 4.5 after next week's show. And at that point, I think I'm going to switch things up a bit. Clearly, the characteristically slapdash presentation has grown even more slapdash, with everything done at the absolute last second, and lots of links not getting posted after the show or thumbnails updated or anything like that. So we're going to begin taking a trip through some previously recorded shows. Beth noted that there are quite a few shows that exist currently only on Facebook and have never been on YouTube, and I will start bringing those over through this process. I haven't figured out the details yet, but after next week's show, there will still be Coltrane Tuesdays, but it will be Coltrane Tuesdays flashbacks from season 2, as we bring some of those over to YouTube, and I catch my breath, and then we pick up again with a continuation of season 4.5. Something like that. That's the general idea. So there'll still be stuff on Tuesdays, but it'll be a little different, and we'll see how exactly that ends up happening. But for now, we have fresh, new content, which is our today's version of the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. The way that works, again, is people will give me a song request. In this case, Margot has, what? Removing to bat, yes. Oh, yes. You're regarding the emergency alert. If you are a victim of abuse and have a hidden phone for safety, turn it off, so it won't give away its existence. That is an excellent point. That is an excellent point. And removing the battery from the phone would be another way to prevent it from making noise. Yes, that would definitely be a thing to do that. But thank you, Margot, for that good point. If you have a phone that is hidden and it is important for your safety that it remains hidden, please take that into account. All right. So we now have votes from Margot and from our friend Rex for these boots are made for walking. I can't remember if I even said how Not for Coltrane Stump the Band Game works. People request a song. If I know it, I'll try to play it. If I kind of sort of know it, I'll try to figure it out. If I don't know the song at all, I'll have to make up a new one on the spot. As it happens, the song request is for These Boots Are Made for Walking, as performed, I think written by Nancy Sinatra. I think that's proof. That is one that definitely falls into the kind of sort of know category. We now all get to witness me try to figure out how all this is going to come together. So that's one that has sort of a has a lot of sort of has strong percussive element to it. I'm going to bring that in with the looper. I need to figure out what key I'm going to do it in. Let's see, so if I'm kind of playing that in the key of A, the relative minor of A would be F sharp. Nope, that's definitely not. Yeah, that sounds all right. Yeah, this is it's going to be an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be one of my strongest outings, but it will be adequate. Oh, is this the one I actually needed? Nope. Yeah, I'm not actually going to be able to play the horn part, but I'm going to come up with something that will at least have a little bit. I feel relatively okay about this, considering I've never played this song before. So, all right, let's see. I think, yeah, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. All right, so you've heard me put together the percussive part, and that is now what we're going to do for, lyrics, crud lyrics. You keep saying, I don't actually know what the song is about, so I'm going to have to sort of infer a little bit. It is often used as a sort of like empowerment, in particular female empowerment, sort of anthem, which of course does not make me the most appropriate person to sing it, but that is okay, especially after singing "Natural Woman" by the great Carole King in last week's episode. So if you missed that, yeah, there you go. Boots are made for work. I'm gonna say it's something to the effect of, like, you keep making these promises about, things are gonna be better and things are gonna be different, and I'm gonna start listening to you, and things are gonna be great and fine. But you're diminishing me and my agency, and therefore I'm getting fed up. That will be the gist of the song. I do need at least a couplet for the beginning of the song. I'm actually not. I have zero idea what the actual rhyme scheme is for the song. So I guess we're gonna see how this goes. All right. So this is an attempt at boots. These boots are made for walking. Hey, I do believe in female empowerment. Absolutely, that's true. So you have to imagine that it is that I am giving voice to a female woman, a female character, who is the one speaking these. Although I suppose all sorts of people end up in frustrating or problematic relationships from which they need to assert themselves and reclaim their agency. So. Right, enough stalling, here comes the song. These boots are made for walking, Nancy Sinatra. You keep saying things are gonna be changing, saying things are gonna start going my way, but I don't think I will feel estranging. I can't sit around all these days. So these boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Feels like there should be more to it than that. There's probably a pre-chorus or something I'm not coming. You keep saying you are gonna grow up, that we're gonna figure out someday. I can't sit around waiting for that glow up. I've got things a better way. Sometimes I think all you about is just yourself. I don't think you want a spouse, you just want to. So these boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. I've been thinking that it's time to be leaving. Think it's time I head on down the road. There's some things that I might be grieving, but I think I'm better off alone. Don't you try and beg to make me change my mind today. I don't think it's worth it, and you know that I won't stay. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Someday soon these boots are gonna walk away from you. I don't feel great about that, but I also do think it captured some key elements of the song. So, yeah. So apologies to Nancy Sinatra, but thanks very much to Margot for requesting that particular song. That was definitely something. It was definitely something. So thanks very much to Margot and Rex for requesting that song. I am very grateful to that. And thanks to everyone who has been hanging out and watching, including Mark and Rex and Margot, and anyone else who might be watching this on the replay, or anyone else who has any other connection or interaction with this, including liking it, sharing it with other people who might be amused or entertained by aspects of it, hitting that subscribe button, all of those things for which I am most grateful. So as a reminder, regular Coltrane Tuesday show next week, and then we'll do some archive stuff. Check out Trevor Exter at Godfrey Daniels this weekend. I'm looking forward to that show. And be aware that all of your phones are going to do something noisy or weird at 2:20 tomorrow afternoon. That is the 4th of October. So be aware of that. And I think that's about it. So until then, my name is Mike. I am Not for Coltrane. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time.